Hey guys, Logan here, and welcome to my Jurassic Park series of reviews. I'm going to be covering every Jurassic Park film that I have not done a review for, leading up to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom coming out on June 22nd, I believe. And the first review that I will be starting off with in my Jurassic Park series of reviews is for Jurassic Park, the first one. It came out in 1991, which is directed by Steven Spielberg himself. During a preview tour, a theme park suffers a major power breakdown that allows its clone dinosaur exhibits to run amok. Like I said, this movie came out in 1993. I think that's the right date. I think at the start I said 1991. I'm mistaken that. I apologize. And like I said, this was a film directed by Steven Spielberg, and this film was an instant classic. It's a very classic Steven Spielberg film, but not just that. It's a very classic film about dinosaurs. Whenever you watch Jurassic Park, you really know what you're gonna get yourself into, unless you have not watched Jurassic Park. Or have not yet watched Jurassic Park for the first time, which I don't quite understand you. If you have not watched Jurassic Park, I highly recommend watching it, but let's get on with it. Jurassic Park, I absolutely loved it. One of the most classic films ever made, even though it came out in like the late or early 90s. It still felt like a classic, just based on how the story went, how the music, the score by John Williams, which by the way was marvelous, absolutely marvelous. The score combined with the main theme of Jurassic Park, just fantastic. Every time you hear John Williams' score for this film, you instantly get chills in the best way. And when you see a group of these people entering the Jurassic Park gate and you hear the music going, it makes you go in awe, and just gives you chills down your spine in the best way. And that's one of the best praises I will give Jurassic Park. The story was engaging, even though it's very simple and you kind of understand how it goes. A group of people visiting an island of some sorts, and you get to see like this whole park that is revolving around dinosaurs that have actually evolved or being done from scientists. And another biggest praise that I will give Jurassic Park for is the characters. Some of the characters you cared the most for are Dr. Alan Grant, played by Sam Neill. He was phenomenal in this film, as well as Jeff Goldblum as Dr. Ian Malcolm. Every time Jeff Goldblum is on screen in this film as Dr. Ian Malcolm, it always puts a smile on my face. Everything he does and says puts a smile on my face. Particularly this scene.
What do they got in there, King Kong?
And this guy who played John Hammond, how could you not like him in this film? Honestly, out of all the actors that are like very good in this film, the guy who played John Hammond is probably the most interesting and most compelling out of all of them. You don't know very much about him, but as the movie progresses, you start to understand his viewpoints, even though you don't necessarily agree with the decisions that he made to make these dinosaurs. But you kind of get John Hammond's viewpoints on how he sees dinosaurs and how they should be made. And speaking of dinosaurs, let's talk about them. They look great. The animatronics, or I think that's how you say it, wow, mind-blowing. You feel like they looked real, especially when this film has animatronics with these dinosaurs. They look almost realistic. Wide-angle shots on all the dinosaurs, particularly the T-Rex. Whenever there are wide-angle shots on the T-Rex, that thing looks almost real. Almost photorealistic, or maybe it was photorealistic, or I don't know. The point is, that thing looks good whenever there's some wide-angle shots. And the practical effects, by the way, looked incredible. And the action that involves the dinosaurs, including the velociraptors at the end of the film, the third act particularly, that they're very intense. There's so much suspense and intensity within the third act. And I could go on and on and on about how awesome this movie is, but to wrap it all up, just to describe this film in one sentence, or mostly how I felt about this film, it was just fantastic on everything it does, from the storytelling to the practical effects on the dinosaurs, the T-Rex especially, and other things. The theme, the music, or the score by John Williams. It did everything that it was trying to do. And Steven Spielberg made one of the best films in his career of filmmaking. Period. This was one of his best and one of his most classics as well. I'm going to give Jurassic Park a Platinum Medal of Honor. Anyway guys, that is my review for Jurassic Park, directed by the one and only Steven Spielberg. My next review in my Jurassic Park series is going to be for The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and it will be up on next week from today, I believe, so be on the lookout for that. If you guys enjoyed my review for Jurassic Park, please click the like button and comment down below if you have already watched this movie and let me know what you think of it. Enjoy what you've seen here and you want to see future videos from me, please press up there to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great week, Battle Squad, and as always, fight the good fight.